87 by 71. It took me more than a minute to solve this. Although I am not good in maths, I have always found it exciting the idea of solving problems quickly by using your intellectual ability. So eventually, I decided to get finer and speeder. I started by learning how to multiply two-digit numbers. And when applied the tricks for the first time, I was amazed the techniques is so smooth. It works. The concept of literally simple. Let's give it a try. Take an example. First you need to multiply the first digit of the numbers and write the result on the right, then leave a blank space. After that, and to find the last numbers of the answer, we simply need to multiply the last digit of the numbers. Now to find out what numbers you need to write it in the blank space. You first need to multiply the numbers in the middle and then surprisingly will get the middle numbers of the answer. The second case is, for example, 73 by 64. 7 multiply 6 equals to 42. 3 multiply 4 equals to 12. And the final result is 4212. When, for example, the middle number of the answer is higher than 10, the last digit goes into the empty space, while the last digit gets added to the first digit of the result. In this case, the numbers already has 4 digits, which is the minimum amount of digits you can have by multiply two numbers with 2 digits. We calculate the middle number as usual. 6 multiply 3 equals to 18. 7 multiply 4 equals to 28. We get 46. In this case, there is no blank space, but we need to add the middle numbers to the second last numbers of the result. So you need to add the 6 to the 1 and then 4 to the 2. And the final result is 4672. This is really awesome. It produces results each time. And I wanna note if I certainly speed it than before. So I practiced for a while to get habituated to the technique. In the beginning, it took me 1 minute and 10 seconds to solve 78 by 94. And then I decided to try it with a new method. It took me with a new method. I can gonna do it in green screen. And you can see it 25 seconds. It's lesser than half than before and easier problems like 23 by 42. It took me about 5 seconds. At this point, I was pretty curious to see if there was a trick to multiply bigger numbers. We have transformed 213 in lines separating hundreds. So 2 lines here and unit 3 here, and then we separated the 2 3 with other lines perpendicular to the first ones, following basically the same concept. Then we divided the graphs by segment. Every segment stands for ones, tens, hundreds, thousands and so on. And then we count how many times the lines cross each segment, so the final result is going to be 4199. Then it tries not to be fancy solving the next operation without using a ruler, so I drew the lines and I divided into segments exactly in the same way we did it before, and then I counted how many times the lines crossed in each segment. If you get a number higher than 10, you are gonna add the unit to the previous numbers of the result. So in this case, 15 becomes 5 and 5 becomes 6. Then as I checked it with the calculator, it was right again. But still I think it's interesting. But it's basically consists in composing the numbers. Let's take an example. If you have 482 plus 343, I will do 432 plus 300 equals to 782. Plus 40 equals to 822. Plus 3 equals to 825. Similarly, the concept can be used for subtractions. I am feeling like a math teacher, but I am quite bad at math. So guys, last trick is for divisions. In this case, you simply need to find the numbers on top that are multiplies of the numbers on the bottom. Let's take another example, 208 divided by 4. We know that 20 is the multiple of 4 and also 8 is a multiple of 4. So 20 divided by is 5 and 8 divided by 4 is 2. And this gives you 52. It's really easy, so you can try to compose the numbers. So 168 becomes 150 and 18, both multiples of 3, and this gives us 56. Although we always have calculator in our pockets, all of us can use these tricks which are really interesting. Subscribe my YouTube channel. I was doing really hard. Let's go!